What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be a curator today. It's more fun, more excitement from here at the museum on a Saturday. Guys, this is what I do on Saturday nights. I just hang out in the museum, drink some coffee. You guys got a pot of coffee on? And I come down here in the museum and I just hang out and check out all my new toys, guys. And I have another fun one for you today. Another fun offering from the Soldiers of the World section of our museum. And another awesome gift, that massive, set that I purchased, gift set I purchased from Roberto Ligotti. And for what I paid for this was definitely a gift, guys. My plan is to purchase Roberto Ligotti's entire collection. His entire toy collection, guys. That's the ultimate goal, is to transfer Roberto's toy collection here to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. That's if he allows me, guys, to buy everything. But right now I'm hooked on these beautiful Soldiers of the World figures. I believe this figure here is our Britain Infantryman. And this is from the World War I, 1914 to 1918. And who says you can't get some good history lessons? That was another cool thing. I used to see these figures in the toy stores. And they had so much information, so much background information on the action figure that was encased in the packaging, from the weapons, from the year of the war that particular soldier fought in, everything. Display stand is included as well. Comes with it. And all my weapons experts, don't yell at me. You know the weapon, leave the name of the weapon in a comment section right underneath this video. I'm just going to call it this looks like a rifle. We'll call it a rifle for now. Sheath, there's his knife. Beautiful hat. Everything was beautifully made. It had its own charm. It's not G.I. Joe, guys. If you're looking for G.I. Joe, this was a very inexpensive alternative to G.I. Joe. And for parents that were just trying to buy their kids action figures during that time period back in the 1990s, 1997, what would you purchase? A G.I. Joe that cost about $30 or $25, $26, as opposed to, and this had to be way cheaper at the time, maybe $12 or $13. And I had Roberto gave me some background information, fun information on these figures. He said a lot of collectors purchase these figures for the outfits, because the outfits were so fantastically done. Let's bring our Britain Infantryman in closer. I mean, look at that hat. I mean, they could have went the cheap route here, Soldiers of the World, and just made this a plastic type or a rubber type of a hat shaped to look like this. But this is all material. His backpack behind him that you see, it's all material. He's got boots on here. You can see he's got the stand you can see it's right behind him at the base here. Really cool head sculpt. There's those sculpted hands we talked about in the last Soldiers of the World video. These boxes, I'll get you a blown out look here, are in fantastic shape. Roberto spoils me in this one regard, that these figures Every one. I think I purchased about 8 of these figures from Roberto. They all look like this, condition-wise. No crushing, no major damage of any kind to the window area of this box or to the box itself. Everything's it looks like this figure came off of a toy store shelf today in 2022, not 1997. And you got your money's worth. You got a ton of stuff with these figures. These are big, robust figures. Look at it, just real husky bodies for these figures. And this one has a lot of weight to it. This guy has a lot of weight to it. I don't want to say it's probably because of the base as well in there, but it's very heavy. These figures are heavy. I didn't realize how heavy these guys were. Turn it around. Name of the company is, once again, it's Formative International Company. That's who created Soldiers of the World. Get you a blown out look here on the back of the box. The viewers want more static shots like this, so we try to keep everybody happy. More static shots. And if you want some good background history reading on this particular soldier and why he was deployed into military and all of that, this gives you a good readout and background of how all that came about. If you want to pause your video. I bet you if if you had more of these action figures like this in school for the younger grades, kids would be excited, probably more enthused about history. If they could get an action figure out of the deal as well. What do you guys think? I know it would have worked for me. I would have, and I love history anyway, but oh, definitely an action figure on top of the fact that we can learn about the action figure, learn about the time period for this military soldier, all of that. Yeah, that works for me. Here's an infantryman right here, but let's see if we can find our infantryman. Where's our Britain? So this is the Britain infantryman right here. He doesn't have his hat doesn't look like that. Not quite like that. We'll turn him around and look at him though. This is the USA infantryman, the Russian infantryman, the German infantryman, the French infantryman. This is our Britain infantryman, and this is the Foreign Legionnaire right here from France. Collect them all, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Like I said, 1997, Formative International Company. Made in China for the Kmart Corporation. Not for Walmart like our last one was, but this is for Kmart. So Kmart, Walmart, it seems like they all had a deal with Formative International Company to distribute these figures. So you go into these super Kmarts and then the Walmarts at the time and do some grocery shopping, some clothes shopping, whatever you want to do. Go over to the toy section and you can keep your kids happy. Well, I said this before. These were figures that I didn't really look twice at, maybe twice, but had no desire to purchase these figures because right around 97, G.I. Joe's classic collection was really hitting its stride. And I was just too focused on the G.I. Joe Classic Collection toy line at the time. I saw these figures. I thought they were cool. I understood that they had a knockoff type of a quality to them because they were right next to G.I. Joe in the toy aisle. So, you know, which one I was going to pick, a no-brainer for me. But needless to say, this was a fantastic figure. I could kick myself now looking back on it, but I didn't realize I was going to become a museum curator with a toy museum of over 6,000 items in my museum. And now that we have the Soldiers of the World figures in our museum, I will definitely be adding more of these beautiful examples here to our museum. We got to go back and raid Roberto's toy collection, guys. What do you think? Guys, more fun on the way. You know the routine. God bless. Stay safe. And keep collecting.